Hello everyone, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes. So, last time on Sherlock Holmes we had the delight of visiting Vogel's museum, full of interesting things, such as butts and bushes, yes. And then we also had to go hunt down the artist of one of the pieces. Turns out the guy has been killed by the one who stole the picture that we are looking for. So now we're currently just going around trying to find out some information about this this lady here that we've got a drawing of, thanks to our delightful John. What is that lady doing? Excuse me, sir.
Could you help me?
Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
He don't know. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe there's some information. Okay, let's now go see if this helps. Do you guys like me now? Affable. Let's try it.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
What a coincidence.
Aha!
I only learned of
What?
this recently myself.
The scars on the girl's face seem to be from Yu's ethnic group tribe. The only place where you can find Yu's people in Cordona is the refugee camp located under Victoria's Bridge between Scaladio and Silverton. Okay. There we go. We are a genius. John. I think I now understand how sharing mind works. I bet I could pick the right passerby to question, but they'd probably ignore me. Don't worry, John. I love you, and that's all that matters. So, Scaladio and Silverton. So that's to the map. Let's see. Scaladio. There it is. And Silverton. So, which bridge? Which bridge are we looking for again? I'm sorry. I know I am so bad. Victoria's Bridge, please. That's this one. So we should just go there. Whee! Okay, so here we are. We are now looking for this girl in this refugee camp. Oh, we have encountered the powers of lag. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. I am back. Well, that was certainly a strange thing. Oh. The Drinking Dutchman. Name. Alright. Well, it did say under the bridge, so maybe it's actually down here that we're supposed to be going. Hello, madam.
Beasts!
Beasts? Oh, hello. Something's happening. Troubles afoot. As a fence. Oh no, it looks like something bad's happened in there. Hey, look, it's our dude. Hey, dude. Well, let me just go get a quick change, because I think I need to look professional. I think a suit is required this time. A nice haircut. There we go, clean shaven.
Murderers!
Murderers?
They're completely livid.
I wonder what's happened. Why, hello, sir. You look very professional.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
I am the police. I'm a private investigator.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
I shall observe. Ooh, nice moustache. Oh, he works indoors, poor light. Okay. Let's see. Something apparently here. Slight moustache. Tries to appear older. Well, he does have that young vibe about him. Wants to look authoritative. Yes, look at this thing on the hands. Sweaty. He is obviously stressed. I can understand that. The whole situation. Ah, nice shoes. Clean shoes. Sedentary. Right, okay. Ronald Harlow is a depressed young clerk, exhausted by his day-to-day job. City Hall has assigned him to oversee the refugee camp, but he is too tired and indifferent to solve the problems that arise. He has a scant moustache, which he thinks makes him look older. Pale skin and bags under his eyes suggest he is tired of his dark, cramped office, which he rarely leaves. Yet judging by his clean, barely worn shoes, he does not favour the outdoors in any case. A sweaty palm suggests that Ronald is stressed. He might have worn fewer clothes considering today's weather. Ronald's pale and cloud. He's not very happy. Yes, that one probably is it. He doesn't look like a tired pen pusher. He looks like a dazed formalist. Why would...
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
I can help you.
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that the time is City Hall, and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return, I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child, or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
How did the refugees get here?
Mr. Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible for are two different realities, Mr. Holmes. On paper, I am in charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every City Hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
Are the police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Interesting.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right.
What a very dark
Go inside
situation
the
this
camp
is.
and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the
Tewkesbury?
officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
What? I'm just hearing some disgruntled sounds back there.
Mother!
All of you, shush! Jesus. So noisy. Why, hello, sir.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Hello, John.
We have seen some dark places in Cordona, but this...
I know. Look at those chickens. They're all cooped up. How are they going to get cozy and lay eggs in there? I bet our death here is probably Our Lady.
Who the hell are you?
Oh,
How did you get in here?
hello.
Mr. Ronald Harlow, let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and saw a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector.
Interesting.
And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
You mentioned a woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's been questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Do we know who the dead man
Did you
is?
learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity.
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
And who are the suspects?
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a
Wow,
crowd
such
gathered at the
dedication
camp,
to
and my
work.
superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
Well, worry not, sir. I have got this, for I am on the
Here
case.
we go again. Number of
hello.
hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body? 0.
oh
What a pleasant man this Mr. Tewkesbury is.
yes, he's very pleasant. I wonder if you're the guilty one. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that's a good ball there. That's a good bat ball. Have a nice... Oh, hello. Things. Look at this. Number 2. I think it's the number 2. Ooh, is that a flute? Looks like a flute.
A simple leather sheath.
Oh, it's a
Perfectly
sheaf. Looks like a kazoo. Hello.
Malpal, soaked with salt water.
Now that looks familiar. And some money.
£1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona.
Interesting. Hello, sir. Can you say? Good. Ooh, corn. Make some popcorn. Oh, hello, John.
Our dead fella truly has had a day of misfortune.
Well, we'll have in a minute. Is he over here? Where is he? Oh, found him! Wait, you look slightly familiar. Or not. Yeah, you look like the typical gangster. Oh,
An
hello.
interesting tattoo. Does it mean something?
I don't know. Maybe it means absolutely nothing. I think I found the cause of death. Oh, hello.
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
And the hand. Interesting. Debris under fingernails, coal dust.
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here.
Are you our man? Do you have a limp? Do you have a wonky leg, sir?
Heavy boots, with one sole far more worn than the other. This man was limping, John.
We found our man. There's one more clue, though. There's one more clue. I can't leave without learning. Oh, hello. It's the blood, isn't it?
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. A violent death. This man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
I will check the Mind Palace in a moment. I want to explore. Because exploring is my thing. Hello. Clues. Clues! More clues down here. Ah, feet.
A man's footprint.
And a shoe.
A heavy boot with a worn-out sole.
There's apparently something else around here. Oh, hello, this one.
Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence.
Well, of course. Oh, wow, there's lots of clues. Well, there's this big pile of blood first.
Someone bled profusely here.
Why, yes. Let's see. Let's go to something else around here. Where is the clue? I can smell it. Ah, I found it.
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
Yes. And then there's one more over here. See? Right here.
Clearly a left handprint here.
Interesting. Certainly interesting. Oh, hello, John. It knows, aren't we?
These events are fractured into so many pieces. But I know you can collect them all, Sherlock.
Don't you worry. I am, after all, the
Carnelian
amazing
agate
Sherlock
beads,
Holmes.
a traditional African adornment.
Yes. Quite. What's this? It's a stick. It's a good
It
piece of
might have
stick,
been
that.
used as an improvised weapon.
Oh, hello.
No hint of blood or impact.
Interesting. And then there's, of course, this bloodstone.
The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
Interesting. Oh, hello. Is this the lady? Oh no, this is a dead man. Oh, this is the hurt man. Oh dear, sir, you look painful.
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
Okay, let's see. Is it the feet? It's probably the feet. No. Is it the face? Ah, it's the face.
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
What do you want me to do about this man, John?
I think we can find all we need here in the camp. Let's have a good look around.
Oh, you want me to find things to bandage him up? Okay. I will see what I can find, for I am, after all, a kind soul. Hello, sir. Do you have any bandages around? No. It can't be too far around here. After all, it's, you know... Hello, sir. Didn't see you there before. Journalism... Oh, that's a completely different case. Okay. That's... There we go. I bet things will show up now that I've got the correct thing. Aha! See? Look at this. It's a thing. Boiled water, clean, yes.
I'll use it to create a solution.
Oh, a solution, eh? And what can I do with this to make a solution? Has to be something around here. But what? Oh, hello. Oh, I didn't see these before.
A furrow in the ground. A blood trail leading to or from the canal.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello. Oh, hello, hello. More clues.
I'm afraid these leaves can only be added to tea.
Oh, are they poison? Hello. Oh, hello, John.
You know, Sherry, it's dawned on me to not clown around with knives anymore.
Well, obviously. Ah, aloe vera, that's...
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading.
I'll take some of that. Oh, hello, John.
Such a mess. Let's figure it out.
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
There's a passage, eh? I don't think that counts. An old sleuth, nope. Takes refugees out. Checks in office. Camp lockdown. Hysteria, no. Money. Ah! Obviously, it's money. Police officers are worried that the situation with the dead body will put the camp into strict lockdown, and they will lose the money flow they were earning from their scheme.
Nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry.
Why, yes.
Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
Well, John, this is a very different age, and this is probably better than most would have.
We have seen some dark places in Cordona.
Exactly.
But this...
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound. I've collated all the ingredients now to prepare the first aid solution.
To the boiling water. Wait, there's a pipe. Can I do anything with this pipe? Nope, cannot do anything with the pipe. Goodness, what a very old-fashioned place this is. Wait, do I have to do some chemical time? I do. I do like chemical time. It's fun. And boom. I did it. Yeah. That was actually quite a pain. But I did it. Let's go and tend the man. I'm coming to be the hero. Alright, let's just get the do I have an item?
Thank you.
You
This should make you feel
welcome.
better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
Hopefully. I am a hero.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
I know. I am indeed amazing. What's this? Oh, well, I might have to look at that one, but I'm still examining the crime scene. I will have to probably do a puzzle moment. Feet!
Someone was dragged against their will.
Interesting.
You know what? I'd like to understand.
What?
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
That is a very good question, sir. But anyway, I would like to
The
go...
refugees have been detained and will not leave until all the circumstances are clarified.
Let me out. You sir suck. Could you please answer me a question? I gotta find the actual question first, so I can ask the question, which is, what's going on, sir?
Back off.
Wow. Rude much. You, sir, would you mind answering a
Do
question?
you know anything about this?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Are you even going to be helpful to me? Yes. I wonder how you can tell he has hydrophobia. I suppose he is against away from the water. Come on, game, catch up. We can do this. My potato computer is certainly being a potato right now. I mean, he could just quite literally have walked in here, you know. Hello, John. Ooh, and a clue. Oh, hello. Well, that one's odd. It's Malpal.
A single Malpal butt.
No, surely he wasn't one of the police officers in disguise.
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk to this guy about some things.
Go bother someone else with this, son. I've already told you all I've learned. Your problem, not mine.
The guards at the sewers
Aha,
were
there we go.
speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads.
Well, that's certainly a bit mean of you to say about that. Okay, let's have a look at the Mind Palace. Look, clues are connecting the big... He also visits, yes. Well, that doesn't really answer a lot. It does connect this guy to a few things, but who is the guy? That is the question. Ah, lag. Hello, sir.
Back off.
Well, hello, John. What are you doing?
No one deserves to end up in a place like this.
No one indeed. But you, sir, can you talk to me? Can you talk to me? Man, talking to people is so hard. Well, I give up with John Bet, guys. I can't do it. It makes no sense. It says you should talk to people, but no one's talking to me. And now the game's lagging. Why is the game lagging? Oh, hey, there we go. There we go, we're back. The game was just having a little hissy fit there. Ooh. Okay, so there is a lot to go through here. Oh, come on, game. Stop doing this to me. Right then, let's start over. So let's have a look around now that we've got the game working for us. Well, obviously it's this one because she's being dragged. He's like, "Come, or I'll stab you." And now the game is having a hissy fit. You know what? I'm gonna just do it quick. Okay, let's have a look here. So a gentleman came over with a stick. But there is blood. Interesting. No, he's definitely not protecting. He is totally dragging her. And he attacks this guy. Well, by this point, he's going to be starting to cause some issue. Yeah, he broke her necklace as he was dragging her because this guy was like, "What you doing?" And he's like, "No, don't do that." And then he was being chased, but he was bleeding by this point. So it makes sense that he dropped the knife. By this stage, anything else I can see by this point? Totally not running away. He was fighting with this gentleman. And over here, don't hurt me, he says. Yeah, that makes more sense. He tripped and stabbed himself. This is Sparta! No, I don't think it's that one. It's most likely he stabbed himself. It very much so. Oh, hello, me. It very much so seems like it's that. I want to validate that. Am I correct?
You're not even trying,
What?
Sherry. Concentrate.
What? I could have swore I got that right. Am I missing a spot? There's probably a possibility I was missing a spot. Oh, maybe he was being chased, and because he wasn't paying attention, he then fell over. Was it that one? Aha!
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force.
Yes.
One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick. Yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade. However, the wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell. Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
Interesting.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
Apparently I have failed something. Oh no, it's a failed kidnapping. Oh, I should probably talk about that with people. Which is probably... Oh, hello. They're both together now.
You still here?
Of course I'm still here.
Inspector, I believe I can aid your investigation. I know who the dead man is and what really happened here.
You do? Well, good for you. But I'm afraid I'm not the one you need to share your findings with. Speak to Mr. Harlow here. He's the one responsible for settling things in the camp.
You don't even care to listen?
Oh, I do care. Maybe even more than I need to. But I'm only here today to lock the place up, question witnesses, and file the facts. It's sad, but coming up with conclusions is not among my tasks here. You fellows at City Hall do that. Anyway, speak to the supervisor. I'll just stand by and listen to what you have to say.
He sounds very, grumpy.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him, and judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
Elementary,
Do you
dear
think one
boy.
small clock can make any difference in this place?
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
What a pleasant man this Mr. Tewkesbury is.
He sounds very bitter, that's for sure. Oh, hello. What you cooking? Anything nice? I hope something nice. It was. There. Are you my friend? Oh, affable. Oh, that's good. Hello. Do you talk to me?
They often take us from the camp to work. Most don't mind, though. It's the only way to get a glimpse of freedom.
Oh, that's sad. According to the refugees, some shady people regularly visit the camp and take refugees away with them to perform various work. The work is usually hard, but the refugees receive money and food. The girl was abused after she was supposedly taken to such work. Since then, the refugees decided not to allow their women to be taken.
So there's a smuggling ring in the camp. This wasn't the first time that someone freely entered the camp to take a refugee out.
At least it was certainly his last time. My gut tells me that we'll learn more about this ring when we find out where the thug came from.
Interesting. There seems to be more gang influence than anything now. Let's have a look at this. Could you also please
Can I
ask
ask
me
you a
about this
question?
lovely lady?
Sorry. We don't see much here.
No? Oh, interesting. Oh, that's why it's the wrong one. Again, I am stupid. To the Mind Palace. Photograph of a violation. The fuck didn't hurt the girl. The fuck tried to drag the girl away. But why? The fuck came to the camp intending to kidnap a woman. He had the opportunity to kill her, but that wasn't his goal. Ah, connection. Dots. A henchman, not merely a thief. He is not merely a thief, but also a kidnapper. A henchman who takes various roles. Interesting. It is certainly seeming like there's some sort of gang influence here now. Hello, John.
These events have fractured into so many pieces.
Exactly.
But I know you can collect them all, Sherlock.
How are you doing, sir? Ah, he'll live. It's only, you know, light wounds. Can I
You're
please
the
speak to
one
the
who
girl?
tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for her too. He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Naylor if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
And I don't blame you, sir.
Hello, Naylor? My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people?
You've lost evidence, fool.
Christ, Sherlock. Naylor, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
Oof, she is angry.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John, by a long shot. Naylor doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
Anything else you want to say, John?
Terrible events are behind that canvas, Sherry.
Very terrible. Let's see, can I have a look at this? Camp Intruder's tattoo. The man found dead inside the refugee camp had a distinct tattoo on his neck. 2 lines, one or the other, with a point to the top. Yes, that is very interesting. And to the Mind Palace. The Defiler had a peculiar cross. Naylor's woman. Photograph and yeah, none of those are connecting. Okay. Well, apparently something is connecting, but is it this? Oh, it's that one. Okay. The Defiler is a high-ranking official. No, badges such as these are usually awarded to high-ranking officials. The Defiler from the photograph might be one. Oh no, that's not good. A sketch of the abuser. At Mercurio's place, we found a photograph of a vile act perpetrated on a young woman by a debauched man. John has sketched the abuser from our reference. Depict him in a red suit with a tail. Naylor drew a peculiar cross-shaped badge he saw on the debaucher's chest. Badges like this are usually awarded to British high-ranking officials. Not many of those visit Cordona, let alone work on the island. That requires an archive visit. But before that, we should probably go and have a chat with people about this,
At least some of your kind have a heart. Thank you again.
Wow. Kind, huh? I mean, I won't take that bad, but still. Excuse me, sir.
You still here?
I have a question about this tattoo.
The Intruder has a most peculiar tattoo on his neck. 2 lines and a point. Do you know anything about it?
You really want to know, kid? Why? You want to play a policeman or something?
I'm sure you have it in your records, so it won't hurt if I have it in mine.
In my records, it's just a tattoo, as it should be in yours. Ah, to hell with you. Suit yourself as to what you're going to do with it. Off the record, though, such tattoos are often connected to a man named Mr. Niccolo Bernadotti.
Bernadotti, you say?
A respectable businessman in Scalario. His company imports goods and wines, and smuggles everything that can be smuggled between the colonies and the mainland. His people can be identified by an obscure tattoo, just like the one over there our friend has. But these are all merely rumors, you see. If Mr. Bernadotti was a criminal, he'd be in prison now. Or hanged, right?
Interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, it looks like we now have an archive visit. So, the question is it the City Hall, the police, or somewhere else? Interesting, interesting. Things are so far getting very sad in this game. Very dark as well. Bringing very realistic problems to this world. Ah, that guy can store. Well, I'm going to see you guys at Hopefully the correct archive place, because it's gonna... It's a guess. Let's try City Hall first. Hello, John. Right, so our first clue shall be to find this guy. An official. That's the one. So he's an official. He's British, obviously. Well, that's not right. That's time. Legal documents. Let's try occupation. Oh, we don't really have things. Let's try recently. Let's try this. Ah, we found someone. Thomas Norton, born 1840 in London, graduated from the University of Oxford in 1864. In 1869, started working at the Home Office as secretary. In 1875, took a position as a military commissioner in India, honoured by the Queen herself with the Order of the Bath in 1877. Well, 1st of March 1878 was appointed as the British envoy in Cordona with his cabinet in City Hall. Interesting. But that doesn't really help me. Let's now have a look for this. Inspector... Okay, so we're looking for a official again. Again, recently, and I don't think that's going to be any use. Scaladio. Ah, and we found Bernadotte as well. Established in 1873 by Niccolo Bernadotte. Main office, Southeastern Scalodia Bazaar Road, near the crossing with Roman Road. Bernadotte Company Limited shipped goods between Africa, British colonies, and the rest of the United Kingdom, including Cordona. Imported products include food, wine, coffee, everyday goods, and more. The founder of the company is Mr. Nicola Bernadotte, born in Sicilia, Italy. Mr. Bernadotte moved to London as a 39-year-old businessman. Later the same year, he moved his base of operation to Cordona. In his words, to be close to the colonies he has business in. Since Mr. Bernadotte's arrival in Cordona in 1873, he has become a notable patron of the arts and an investor in Cordona's social well-being. Among his latest contributions is the purchasing of new equipment for the police station and aiding the governor in bringing an airship called Led Zeppelin across from Germany. Why does Zeppelin sound familiar? Oh no, that's the Hindenburg. Is it the Hindenburg? I don't know. I don't know what Led Zeppelin is. I know it's some sort of German ship. That's all I know.
What a lovely man this Bernadotte is, eh, Sherry? Can't wait until we get to meet him.
I should have came out so I could hear what you'd say about the other guy. Well, Sherry found the file so quickly that I couldn't investigate an odd sound I heard. It was probably a banshee, but now we'll never know. Oh man, I could have heard about the banshee. Alright, so let's see. So we need to talk to someone about Thomas Norton. Maybe we can talk at the desk, since it is an official after all. Maybe our town hall person here can answer a question.
Have you found anything helpful?
Apparently not. Apparently not. Who do we talk to about this, actually? Well, I don't think we have much we can do with Thomas Norton at the moment, so let's try the Bernadotte Company. Alright, so where was this again? Scaladio, Bazaar Road, near the crossing with Roman Road, okay. Oh. Aha! I found it, I think. I do believe I have indeed found it.
Seems they're not expecting guests.
I won't wait for an invitation, John.
So what's the infiltration plan, Sherry? I'd go in through the rooftop if we had a harpoon gun.
That would be cool. We could be like Batman. So we have to find a way in, huh? Hello, sir. I do have a means for us to get in. Ooh, what about the side door? Nope. So I have to get inside the building, eh? That sounds interesting enough, but... What about this? It's a door. Aha! I found a way in. Hello. Hey, get out of here, he says. Well, he's got a gun. Okay, looks like we
These
might be
workers
some
don't
issues.
look like your average Cordona folk.
They're refugees from the camp.
So many goods here. Let's find something illegal.
Goodness, John, you really are quite a person. Oh, what's this? Hey, look, dolls.
Porcelain friend for every child.
Hello, sir. Don't mind me, just browsing the wares. Nice top hat, nice top hat. I tipped mine, but I haven't got mine on today. He tipped his for me, how nice. Let's have a look. What are you, lady? Oh no, not the... What are they, lemons?
An essential remedy against sea scourge on any ship.
Hey, I was right, it is lemons. Let's see. Oh, hello, horsies. Good horsey, good horsey.
That's our way in, Sherry.
You're not acting suspicious at all, John.
You go talk to that beef. I'll sneak up from behind and take him out.
I'm holding you to that now. You're just going to stand there for moral support, aren't you? Hello, good sir.
Hey, yo. This is private property. You lost some...
I want to see Mr. Bernadotte.
I'm here to discuss business with Mr. Bernadotte. I tried the front door, but...
Mr. Bernadotte isn't seeing anyone. You have 3 seconds to walk away or you'll never walk again. Capito?
It's in Mr. Bernadotte's best interest to...
One
of your people is dead.
Listen, the man Bernadotte sent to...
So...
Oh, you know what? Screw you.
Try to resolve this peacefully.
Oh. Oh dear. That freeze frame though. Oh, it looks like we have one of these nasty shooting things. Wish me luck. I tend to do quite good at these now. I've got a little bit of practice. Well, I have a gun. Quick, go into his face. Arrest him. Yeah, take that, fool.
Too simple.
Too simple.
I'm coming for you.
Wait, where is he? I heard him. Oh, is he coming through? No. Oh, where's this guy? I can't see him. Hello, Mr. Man. Where are you? Aha, I found him. Surrender or prepare to taste the might of Sherlock Holmes and my pistol.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Ah, he has a knife. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oops, sorry, sir. Why?
Snuff's ready.
Whoa. Excuse me, this guy's more annoying than you. He has much more armor. Oh!
Ow. Take a
Can I get
rest,
a?
my
Can I
friend.
get a 2 for 1? I can get a 2 for 1. Ah, yeah. Oh, oh.
No more
I'm
crime for you
sorry,
until-
Sherlock, but
Give him the pepper snuff.
shooting him in the foot is literally the worst thing to do.
Not that easy.
Oh God, I keep getting confused with buttons so badly. I'm out of ammo, it would seem.
This.
Ahaha!
Weaken him first.
Oh, come on! I shot powder in your face. I call hacks.
Time to knock this guy out.
I'm trying to, but he's kind of, you know. This guy over here is annoying with his gun. Surrender! That's a good boy. Now sit down before I shoot you in the foot. Ooh.
Don't bother moving.
Wait, there was a
You've
guy there,
lost.
right? There you go. Hello. Mr. Man, where are you? Aha. That's a good boy. Now you surrender while I punch you in the face and then casually shoot you in your right foot.
No more crime for you until next month.
The snuff's ready.
Whoop. I am in the room. Fear me. Ooh.
I'm coming.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Ooh. I have gotten better at dodging bullets apparently. Don't shoot him in the face because that's a bad thing to do. Ooh, I nearly killed the guy. Quick, duck and cover, reload.
He's all yours now. Go for it.
Take that! And beep 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 and oh man, I am putting holes in everybody's feet
until
today.
next month.
That's how I mark my prey. I put a hole and tag them. Ooh. Oh, I have freedom now. Hello, John.
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock.
What? What? What'd I do? What?
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock.
What? What? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do, John? What? But I won. And I didn't kill anyone.
You've disappointed me so much, Sherlock.
I can't tell you how much that hurts to hear from you. Oh, man. Why, was I supposed to get in peacefully without violence? Did I fail?
Sherry, look. This seems familiar.
Well, John,
Is this?
what have I done? What did I do? What did I do wrong, John? Well, let's have a look. I feel so confused. Oh, those
A
look
Dogon
tribal.
statue from West Africa.
But
A century old at least.
oh, that's good. I'm hearing sobbing sounds.
Masks, traditional for the Chokwe people of Central Africa.
I mean, these are all very good African tribal
VH
things.
Grindley Flow Blue tableware. This is what lies behind the facade of Bernadotte Company Limited.
Oh, hello, sir. I'll come to you in a moment. Let's see what else we got here. Whoopsie daisy. Actually, I suppose I should probably have this on. Oh, hello. What's this? Could this possibly be my missing painting?
Let's see what's hidden there.
Oh, wow, I bet these have got to be some of the crew members back there. They look so realistic. It's got to be the crew. Let's see. Hello.
Vogel's stolen painting. Isn't it curious how it developed into a much more interesting case?
Yes. Well, this is highly suspicious that it's Bernadotte, isn't it?
This marble fella. It's like he was made after my image. You see it?
Oh, I can totally see it, John. You're so swole. I'm such a thirsty boy for you. Oh, hello.
No, sir. Don't hurt me.
It's all right. I won't harm you.
Like you didn't harm the folks on the way here?
Are you angry because I won?
An amazing piece of culture. I imagine many collectors and museums would be interested in having it.
I didn't kill anyone. I literally didn't kill anyone, John. Why are you mad at me? Oh. Whoa, John. That is creepy.
Don't come any closer. One step and I'll shred you to pieces.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Make my day.
Right so. Yes. Yep. Well, excuse me, sir. I think I hear... I've got to... It's better I leave.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was as if somebody put my words in your mouth.
I'm taking that. I like that.
You acted so much like me. You acted so much like me.
It's like someone put my words in your mouth. Okay, it's something to do with the Chronicles and the boat. Alright, let's check each door. Let's check this door. Can't go through. Let's check this door. Can't go through. Let's check this door. Can't go through. Let's check this door. I can go through. Wow, I feel like a bad guy right now. Okay.
This is it. This is where all the magic happens.
And you can't open it. Look, he's trying to picklock it. That's cute. Oh, hello. What a lovely picture.
I suppose it's Mr. Bernadotte with our fine governor.
Interesting. Let's see. Cordona, 1875.
1875. It's taken a few years back. John, how many people in Cordona have a photograph with the governor, do you think?
You definitely don't have one.
I could do with one in my life. Ooh.
The Bernadotte Company Limited Trade Network reaches the most distant colonies of the Great Empire.
Please don't
Must be
shoot
very
me.
convenient.
I have a family.
Bernadotte.
Spare me.
Really? Am I that bad because I took the direct route? Invitation to ball, a lot of paperwork, waybills, legal. Interesting. I feel like I might have taken a too direct approach and now everybody is very unhappy with me. Well, apparently I can't get in there because John's trying to picklock it, so I'm going to go this way.
So, you've cut through all the guards. John, talk to me. Come here, and we shall talk.
Oh, John, you are so suave.
Sherry, don't you think this office suits me?
Oh, yes. You'd be the most amazing person. Quite a collection. Anything else in here? A photograph of a little girl. Relative, maybe? Possible. Anything else I can examine before I talk to this guy? I feel like I might need all the evidence I can against this Mr. Bernadotte.
Whenever you're ready. I'd hate to intrude.
Let's observe you first before I do anything. Firstly, nice moustache. Oh, what's this? Gang tattoo, different from the others. Okay. He has a cup. That's different. The others didn't have a cup. Hot hands. Don't shunted anyway. That's good. Had Pellegra. I don't know what Pellegra is. Holstered pistol. Cold-blooded. Interesting. He's a cold-blooded killer. What's this? Are you married? A wedding ring. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's have a look. Nicola Bernadotte is a cruel gang leader who isn't afraid of getting his hands dirty to show off his position of power. A hard worker in his youth, Bernadotte grew hatred toward the world around him. He continually expects trouble and is always ready to make some. Raised in a poor family, he had to work in the fields from a young age. This led to his suffering from pellagra, the effects of which still show on his skin. He refuses to hide this under his fancy clothes, that he might always remember where his motives and identity were born. Bernadotte and his men have different tattoos in the same style. The tattoos are most probably a code that represents different ranks within a tightly structured and secretive crime organization. It's very possible Nico Bernadotte is a harsh gang leader, calculated businessman. He beams confidence and menace. He anticipates danger by keeping his gun near him, but still holds it in the holster. Bernadotte descends from the working class, being raised in a poor family. He had to work in the fields from a young age, hard work on the sun, yada yada yada. Despite being financially comfortable now, he still distances himself from higher life, keeping his clothing and appearance quite conservative. Bernadotte and his men have different tattoos in the same style. Yes. Okay, so let's see. Different from the others, cold-blooded, doesn't shun from work. Let's see. Are you the ruthless crime lord, or are you a calculated mastermind? It doesn't seem like he has hatred for the world around him, as he has lots of culture, so I'm guessing you're just a calculated mastermind, sir. I accept.
Niccolo Bernadotte, I presume? The name is Sherlock Holmes, and I'm afraid I bring bad tidings.
Is that so?
The man you sent to the refugee camp failed in his task. He impaled himself on his own blade. Clumsy and chaotic end.
For a man who just broke onto my property, you are more businessman than brute. You have my attention, Mr. Holmes. Do not waste it.
Do you know Boniface Mercurio?
Mr. Bernadotte, do you know the name Boniface Mercurio?
I do not.
Mercurio was a local artist. Recently, a man broke into his apartment, ransacked the place, and killed him. The thief was looking for something.
You are testing my patience, boy.
In a moment, the connection will reveal itself.
Your man died.
As I said, your man was found dead in the refugee camp. He was there to kidnap a woman, but the other refugees intervened to try and save her. The ensuing scuffle resulted in the man's accidental suicide. He sported the same tattoo as your men in this building. In fact, it also bears a resemblance to the one on your neck. Care to explain what business your man had with this woman?
You have no idea what you are talking about. I can assure you this was no kidnapping. The refugees in the camp are on edge. What happened there is a tragic accident, one I am not responsible for.
For what reason was your man there if not to abduct her?
Why would I answer? You are yet to justify your presence in the slightest.
I was hired, privately, to investigate the recent theft of a painting from an art gallery. My investigation led me to a man from your organization, and thus, to you, Mr. Bernadotti.
That is quite a stretch. Why would I need to steal a painting when I could buy anyone I wanted?
Interestingly enough, I spotted the stolen painting in your storeroom.
I buy and sell a lot of things, Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, if this is true, it is not the first time I have been sold stolen merchandise. I presume you were hired by the owner of the gallery. Tell them to contact me, and we'll sort out the situation. So, this painting is why you broke into my office. So many words, so little action. When you barged into my office, Mr. Holmes, I got the impression you wanted to talk business. Now I see you had come just to talk. Tell me exactly what you want, or get out.
It was necessary groundwork for what comes next. I have enough evidence to conclude that the gallery thief, the artist's killer, and the dead man in the camp are all the same person.
Your time is almost up, Mr. Holmes.
Before you draw your gun, there is one final detail I am yet to mention. The young woman your man was tasked to collect from the refugee camp had been defiled at a perverse masquerade party. That violation was captured in a photograph by Boniface Mercurio and used as a reference for his painting. The photo shows the attacker's face.
Finally. That's why you're here, Mr. Holmes. You have the photograph.
It is what your man was after when he broke into Mercurio's apartment, and it is what you're after too, isn't it, Mr. Bernadotti?
You have the photograph with you? How much do you want for it?
I am not naive enough to carry it with me, but I am yet to decide what I shall do with it. I know the man in the photo is a British envoy. What interest do you have in his downfall?
I must admit, I'm rather impressed by how comprehensively you have pursued this matter. And so, you deserve the honest answer. My business dealings are often arduous in their bureaucracy. A man in his position, willing to look the other way, could ease my work significantly. In return, I will make sure no one looks his way either. A favor for a favor.
Also known as blackmail, the modus operandi of any true professional.
It was not originally my idea. Mercurio set things in motion, extorting the envoy for the most trivial of ends. Money. In response, the envoy hired my man to retrieve the painting and the photograph, eliminating Mercurio's leverage. I only learned the whole story after the artist was killed in his home.
And rather than extricate yourself, instead you took over Mercurio's venture.
It fell into my lap. As a businessman, I simply seized the opportunity. Now, how much do you want for the image?
Smuggled artifacts. Let's see, why did you need the girl?
Why did you send your man to remove the woman from the camp?
Without a photograph, her testimony was the next best thing. Securing her was in everyone's interest. Victims and witnesses all too often disappear. I thought the girl was safer with us. I did not anticipate what would happen at the camp.
Interesting. So, you are a bad guy, but you're not pure evil. You're just trying to look after her. Assuming that is a nice means of looking after her and not, you know, icing the lady.
I could not help but appreciate the collection of smuggled artifacts in your storeroom. You have rather diversified your business.
Oh, high and mighty of you, Mr. Holmes. Not all smuggling is immoral. I pay generous rates to developing cultures and spread their culture to eager buyers. And furthermore, I supply many immigrants with a taste of home.
A very convenient way of thinking.
I have traveled wildly, Mr. Holmes. I've seen people in far-flung lands for whom my services are a lifeline. Without them, they would starve. The tax on cargo is often so absurd that it would be more profitable to simply sink your ship than dock it in the harbor. And trust me, I am speaking from experience.
And the refugees at your warehouse.
I saw refugees from the camp at your warehouse. They work for you.
I have made certain arrangements with City Hall and the police. Thanks to me, refugees can work and be paid. It's a pathway to freedom.
And how much do you save by capitalizing on their cheap labor?
I have heard no complaints. They seem happy just to get out of that slum.
Oh, this is a very dark area of, quite honestly, reality. Cheap labor, or slave labor, is actually a real thing still nowadays, and it's quite dark and not a nice thing. But this guy does make a point. For some, it is a lifeline, and it is a means of light in their life. It does put into perspective, doesn't it?
Why should I give you the photograph?
Just name your price.
What if my price were not money? You claim to have connections, Mr. Bernadotte. Perhaps you could improve conditions for the refugees. Give them a chance for a better life.
Ha! I do have connections, Mr. Holmes, but help the whole camp? You are asking too much. I could, however, make arrangements for one person. The woman who was violated will have her own home outside the camp, solely for her and her child. She will no longer be a refugee, but a princess. That I can guarantee.
Is that really possible?
It will be neither fast nor easy, but I can do it. She deserves it, don't you agree? And as for her abuser, he will serve me, as much as he deserves.
So, in your plan, everybody will be given their due. Especially you, Mr. Bernadotte.
Seems like a fair deal, no? I doubt anyone could offer you better. Simply give me the photograph, and the world becomes a better place. I give you my word.
What makes you think you can decide what's best for these people?
Such is the arrogance of British imperialism. I take your point.
Interesting.
Sherry, don't you think this office suits me?
You certainly make yourself right at home. Okay. Interesting. That was very, very interesting. Let's have a look at this, shall we? Bernadotte's offer. Okay, that connects. Nelly was violated and very nearly kidnapped. First of all, I must make sure that she and her baby are secured. I kind of need this photo. But I don't know if that's justice, though. Well.
I am positive our deal will benefit everyone.
Oh, the swing of the mind blast still, okay. Oh. Still a painting. Bernadotte wants to gather proof of the envoy's crime and blackmailing him. Oh. Oh dear. Okay, looks like this is our deciding moment. Gosh, Bernadotte wants to blackmail the envoy. Mr. Bernadotte knows how to turn a situation to his advantage, for sure. When he learned of the envoy's forcible violation, he saw an opportunity to gain better power. He was offered me a deal, the photograph in exchange for a happy life for Naylor. That is very true. So, merciless justice. The envoy is despicable, and Bernadotte is trying to take advantage of the situation. I cannot trust either of them. Only the truth will resolve matters. I must give the photograph to Vogel so he can make everything public. Bernadotte is a shady businessman, but his promise to arrange a happy life for Naylor and her child was convincing. This is what truly matters now. Give her... Oof. This is actually a very serious choice. This would bring justice. This would certainly... It would certainly open eyes a lot of situations, like the slave trade with Bernadotte. It would say that other guy that we've been hunting would be punished, hopefully. But, like I said earlier, when it comes to politics, no one really has power except for the politic. Because they can literally make things vanish. I mean, this Bernadotte guy has enough power to make the other politicians suffer. Well, this one actually helps someone. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna save the lady and the child. I hope it does help, though. Oh wait, no, there we go. Oh, this is actually quite a difficult one, actually. What's this? Alright, I'm trusting you to save this girl.
If I give you the photograph, how do I know you will not come after me?
Mr. Holmes, you are not a threat. The local authorities owe me favors. For all your confidence, you cannot actually harm me. Besides, I like you and your approach to business. We are not dissimilar. Pragmatists to a fault.
Indeed. I cannot ignore the just outcomes in what you have proposed. All right, take the photograph.
You are a hard man to read, Mr. Holmes. I couldn't tell if you actually had it. Fear not. This decision will bear its fruits soon enough. One more thing, Mr. Holmes. Now that I have the photo, you may as well take Mr. Mercurio's painting back to the gallery. Please, send my apologies.
Oh, dealing with gang members with dark stuff is actually quite not fun. Oh, we're back here, okay.
Mr. Holmes, you've returned. Have you uncovered anything new about the theft?
I've brought news, but not all of it will please you.
Fill me in, Mr. Holmes. I won't shoot the messenger.
Well, the thief is dead.
I located the thief, but found him rather cold. He was tight-lipped about the painting, too.
Ah, he's dead. How very droll, Mr. Holmes. One presumes you were not responsible.
It was an accident at the refugee camp. He impaled himself on his own knife.
Life is nothing if not cruel and capricious.
I tracked down Boniface Mercurio.
I presume he wasn't delighted about the situation.
He was not having a good day on account of his murder. Killed in his own flat by the same person that stole his painting.
Oh, sweet Mercurio. Perishing in the pursuit of his art. How apt. I will miss his exceptional sense of humor. What about the stolen painting? Have you located it?
Yes, it's here.
Splendid! I'm most grateful, Mr. Holmes. It must have been a difficult task. Will you share your adventures with me?
I cannot, Mr. Vogel. The story is much like your undergallery. Not for everyone's eyes and ears.
So sometimes you do hide the truth. What has happened to your crusade?
I'm not on a crusade. I simply do not owe you the story.
It was not an attack, Mr. Holmes. If you've chosen to keep secrets, I'll respect it. Besides, the truth is often more boring than the mystery. No?
It is what it is, Mr. Vogel.
Well, now that we've resolved all of our outstanding matters, I have a gift for you. I took the liberty of having it delivered to Stonewood Manor. I am told it belonged to your mother.
About my mother.
Previously you mentioned there may have been more to my mother's passing than consumption. It appears you were right.
Oh dear. I'd hoped to be wrong.
She was unstable, mentally unwell. She required sustained specialized treatment, but her madness persisted.
I knew that Violet had disappeared from the public eye, but had no idea of her suffering. I cannot imagine what you're feeling.
I'm fine.
Now, for those who couldn't quite tell, he actually put his hand on his face in a very sort of weird way.
And what exactly have you sent me?
Frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. I trust you'll know.
Thank you, Mr. Vogel. I am curious to see what you have procured.
Goodness. Goodness. Things sure are very interesting with this. Art. I think we're gonna have to see what we got in the package on the next episode. Keep you all in suspense, eh? Oh, gosh, this one was a whirlwind of emotions. From refugees to gangs and mobs and dark underworld. Oof. That certainly is what we call a thriller. Ooh. Well, thank you everyone for watching. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like, send comments about what you think about this particular episode. Give a sub if you want to see more, because I will keep going. I want to finish this game to the end. So, from me, until the next video, thank you and goodbye. Love you all. Ta-ta.